Thank you very much for being here today to join us on the London stop to kick off the international press tour for Canelo versus Golovkin. Canelo versus Golovkin will undoubtedly be boxing's best fight in 2017, with the most action, the most intensity, and the most on the line for both fighters. Lineal and Ring Magazine middleweight world champion Canelo Alvarez is headed for a surefire bombs-away 12-round showdown with WBC, WBA, IBF, and IBO middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Triple G Golovkin, on Mexican Independence Day weekend on September 16th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, which will be broadcast by BoxNation here in the UK. Canelo fears no one and will prove it when he steps into the ring to face Golovkin. And for Gennady, he's traveled the world to become an undefeated unified middleweight world champion. But on September 16, he will face his biggest challenge in the ring yet when he faces Canelo. Canelo versus Golovkin features two of the most explosive, heavy-handed fighters in any division in the sport today. In their combined 88 fights, 67 have ended before the final bell. Both fighters have the type of action-packed style that fans clamor for, something fans won't see in other fights this summer. This fight will be Canelo's third at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, which has been a perfect location to stage this type of mega fight that attracts fans from all over the world. UK fans, I know you love Las Vegas, so get your bags packed and book those plane tickets. Fans in Las Vegas for Canelo versus Golovkin will be able to enjoy an incredible week of activities marking Mexican Independence Day leading up to the fight on September 16th. This will be a can't-miss event for die-hard and casual fans alike. Ticket information, including on-sale date and pricing for Canelo versus Golovkin, will be announced later this week. And before we move on to hear from the rest of our speakers on the dais, I would like to thank some of our sponsors, including Tecate, Born Bold, Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. We have great partnerships with these brands and appreciate their incredible support. At this moment, I would now like to introduce to you, and it's a pleasure of mine to introduce to you, Frank Warren, who is chairman of BoxNation. He is our broadcast partner for Canelo versus Golovkin here in the UK. Frank.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank these guys. It's a privilege for me to sit here with Oscar, the K2 team, Tom, and more importantly with these two great fighters. This is the fight of 2017. No doubt about it. It's not a freak show. It's a real fight between two of the biggest punchers out there, two of the most entertaining fighters, two of the fighters at the top of their game. For me, it's become a 50-50 fight over the last few months, and I think that the fans are going to be in for one massive treat, and it's a delight for us to be involved in this and to be acquiring the rights. It's, as I say, for me as a boxing fan, I'm going to buy a ticket to go and see this fight because you cannot afford to miss it. You can't fly to the States to see it live. You can watch it here in the UK. My son George, in a moment, will give you some details. But it is the fight. The fight. It's a privilege for us to host this press conference, and I just want to say to you, do not take your eyes off of television or being there live on the 16th, because you're going to see the fight of the year, without a doubt. We'll be doing also on the same night, a home leg of this fight in the UK at the Copper Box, and Billy Joe Saunders will be defending his title against an opponent to be named. So it's going to be a great night of boxing. You're going to see all of the best middleweights in the world. All those belts are going to be on view on September the 16th. And once again, thank you guys for coming here. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'd like to introduce now my son, George Warren, who's the CEO of BoxNation. He can give you some more details on the broadcasting situation.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's just to share the sentiments from everyone at BoxNation. It's an absolute privilege to be part of what is going to be, I'm sure, the most anticipated, most exciting event of this year. They're two fighters that are very well known now to the UK market. Us as a broadcaster, we have now shown 12, I believe the last 12, Canelo Alvarez fights. In the last 3 years, I believe we've shown 5 out of the 7 of the Triple G events, and I think in total we've come up to 7 or 8. So we're nearly at 20 events that we've invested into these guys, building their profiles in this country. This is an event that gives us the opportunity to do something that we've been wanting to do a long time, and that's to launch our pay-per-view platform service. We're going to be following these press conferences up in the near future to coincide with our announcements of the details of the event regarding Big Joe Saunders in the UK, which will have details of how customers in the UK will be able to buy this event as a pay-per-view service. Just again to say what a great event this is going to be. Boxing fans in the UK, we're absolutely thrilled that we're the broadcaster that have been chosen to show this event. Tune in, do not miss it, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next up, I'm pleased to introduce to you Tom Lofter with Triple G Promotions to make comments for Team Golovkin. Tom.
Thank you, Oscar. Boy, we're really excited to be here. This is really a tribute to the UK market, the UK fans, and just the strength of boxing here in the UK to kick off this press tour for this much anticipated fight here in the UK. Gennady fought here last year in London at the sold-out O2 Arena. Canelo's fought numerous fighters from the UK, so both have tremendous fan bases here and really internationally, and we can't be more excited than announcing this fight. I want to thank Oscar and everyone at Golden Boy, Team Canelo, Frank Warren, George Warren, everyone that has worked so hard to putting this fight together. This is really Gennady's dream fight, and really the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. This is a real throwback fight in the middleweight division, where you have two guys that come forward, very high ring IQs, tremendous fan bases, and it's one of those events that becomes much bigger than the two fighters that are involved. This is really taken on a life of its own. So I want to thank everyone, and just looking forward to September 16th at the T-Mobile Arena.
Thank you very much, Tom. Now, at this moment, I would like to introduce to you a man that is known for his Mexican style. Gennady Golovkin has demonstrated with 18 consecutive middleweight title defenses that he is the type of fighter that fans love, with his aggressive, come-forward approach to his opponents in the ring. He's fought the likes of Curtis Stevens, Daniel Gale, William Monroe Jr., David Lemieux, Dominique Wade, Kell Brook here in the UK, and most recently fought #1 ranked mandatory challenger Daniel Jacobs in a 12-round battle that went the distance at the Madison Square Garden. He was named the 2014 and 2015 Fighter of the Year by Yahoo Sports, and is a current WBC, IBF, WBA, IBO middleweight world champion. But he will face his biggest challenge yet when he meets Canelo Alvarez in the ring on September 16 at the T-Mobile Arena. With that, I'll invite Gennady Triple G Golovkin up to make some remarks. Triple G.
Thank you, Oscar. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very happy to come back to London. You know, everybody knows I love it, London. I love it, people, London. Huge fan living in UK. Thank you, promotions. You know, it's smart, it's a very great idea. First press conference in London. You know, I'm very excited for this fight because everybody understands this is a huge fight and best fight. And this time, amazing time for both, for us. You know, I respect team, Canelo's team, because I know his team a long time, and I understand this is biggest fight in my career. Thank you very much. I very appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And now Team Canelo. I would like to start off by introducing you to the head trainer for Saul Canelo Alvarez to say a few words, Eddie Reynoso. Eddie.
Buenos días,
Good day, everyone.
pues contento de estar otra vez aquí en Inglaterra.
Very happy to be here in England.
Ahora venimos a anunciar una pelea muy importante, una pelea de las más esperadas últimamente en el boxeo.
We're here to announce a great fight, a big fight, a fight that's been anticipated for a few years now.
Sabemos de la peligrosidad y del talento que tiene Golovkin,
We know how dangerous Golovkin is and his talent,
así que nos vamos a preparar como siempre, vamos a hacer un gran campamento
so we're going to prepare well, like always, and do a great camp.
y vamos a buscar el knockout ese día de septiembre.
And we're going to look for the knockout on September 16th.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, Eddie. Next is Jose, a man they call Chepo Reynoso. He is the manager and co-trainer of Saul Canelo Alvarez. Jose.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos ustedes? Muy buenas tardes.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
De veras muy contento de estar de regreso aquí a Londres, donde siempre nos han tratado muy bien.
Very happy and excited to be here in London again. The fans have always treated us very well.
Y bueno, el 16 de septiembre va a ser una fecha muy histórica porque se van a enfrentar dos grandes peleadores.
September 16th is going to be a historic night. Two great fighters are going to face each other.
Sin duda que es una pelea de las más esperadas en los últimos tiempos.
Without a doubt, it's one of the fights that's been most anticipated in the last few years.
Y nosotros, como siempre, vamos a tratar de hacer una excelente preparación
We're going to have a great preparation for this fight.
para ese día 16 de septiembre, que es una fecha muy mexicana.
For September 16th, which is obviously a big day for Mexicans,
Lograr el triunfo
we're going for the win
y de paso quitarle lo invicto a Golovkin.
and to take away the undefeated record of Golovkin.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Gracias, Chepo. Before I introduce Canelo, I would like to acknowledge a tremendous young man who has been a world champion many times over, and I believe I did see Amir Khan here. So, Amir, how are you? So I want to take off my promoter's hat and explain to you from a fighter's perspective what this fight means to the boxing, to the world, to the boxing community. You have two fighters here who are stepping up and fighting the very best. I know for a fact that what you've seen out of GENNADY GOLOVKIN has been amazing, and what you've seen from Canelo Alvarez has been incredible. But when they're going to prepare for this fight, they're going to step up their game. They're going to elevate. They're going to elevate their game. They're going to move on to a whole new level of competition. Their mind is going to expand like there's no tomorrow. They're gonna be different fighters that we've never ever seen before. And on September 16th, we're gonna see the very best out of Golovkin and the very best out of Canelo. So as a fighter, an ex-fighter, I'm really excited. And I've talked to my partner Bernard Hopkins about this event, and he feels that this fight can be the best middleweight fight that we've ever seen in the history of the sport. So we as fighters are very excited to see this one. The hard-hitting former WBC and WBA super welterweight world champion and reigning Lineal and Ring Magazine middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez has risen to the top of boxing at only 26 years of age, amassing an impressive record of 49-1 and 34 knockouts. Canelo has delivered the knockout of the year back-to-back in the last 2 years, with his third-round knockout of James Kirkland in 2015 before 30,000 fans, and in May against Amir Khan. In September 2016, Canelo drew one of his largest crowds to date when he fought in front of 51,000 fans at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. They watched him knock out Liam Smith to take home the WBO world title. Most recently, Canelo shut out longtime rival Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. on May 6, 2017 at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, garnering more than 1 million pay-per-view buys. This cemented Canelo's status as the youngest A-side fighter in the U.S. history to generate a 7-figure pay-per-view audience. As the next step, his incredible legacy, Canelo will battle against WBC, WBA, and IBF middleweight world champion Gennady Golovkin in a battle for ultimate pound-for-pound supremacy, and once again remind everyone that the era of Canelo is here. With that, I would like to introduce to you Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Primero que nada quiero agradecer a todos. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí nuevamente.
First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm very gracious.
Siempre que he venido me han tratado muy bien. Estoy muy agradecido con todos ustedes.
Every time that I've come here, you guys have treated me very well, and I'm very gracious for that.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Frank Warren. Thank you.
Pues nada, solamente quiero decirles que va a ser una pelea fuerte, va a ser una pelea, hay peleas difíciles, hay peleas fuertes. Esta es una pelea fuerte. Me voy a preparar al 100% como siempre, dar lo mejor de mí, y el 16 de septiembre estará la pelea que todos los aficionados del boxeo quieren ver.
This is going to be a very tough fight. It's going to be a very, very tough fight. There's fights that are difficult and there's fights that are tough. This is going to be a tough fight. And I'm going to prepare like I always do. I'll be 100% for this fight. And I'm happy that we're giving the fans what they want, the fight that they wanted, they demanded on September 16th.
La gente ha pedido esta pelea durante años, la tienen, y eso es lo único que me mantiene motivado, ¿no? Esta pelea que la gente quería ver, que ahora está, y que van a disfrutar de una gran pelea, una pelea de verdad.
It motivates me that the fans demanded this fight and they're getting the fight that they wanted. And it's going to be an exciting fight. And you'll be able to experience that on September 16th.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you very much.
Gracias, Saul. Thank you. And now we will take questions from the media.
Any questions?
Okay, don't be shy. Okay.
I'd like to ask Gennady and his coach this question for Boxing Social. Gennady, a lot of people that I'm aware of appear to be fancying Canelo's chances because they say you're both good punchers, both durable, but they suggest he's a better boxer with a better defence. Could you respond to me, please?
This is boxing, I'm not God. Everybody knows we have power, we have huge, big boxing IQ, I think this is true, like 50-50. Who first?
Thank you, sir.
Punch, he's winning.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Canelo, what do you have to do to nullify Gennady's power?
¿Qué es lo que tienes que hacer para quitar el poder a Gennady?
No, bueno, yo creo que no estar ahí, no quedarte para que él pueda tirar su golpeo. Creo que eso todos lo sabemos. Soy un peleador que está ahí, pero que está contragolpeando, así que creo que si me quedo ahí a recibir es donde él puede tirar su poder.
Well, the key is not to receive, not to stand in front of him and take the punches. I'm going to have to be very smart, be elusive, and counter punch. But I think that he's a very powerful fighter when you stand right in front of him.
Gennady, there was a lot of negotiations for this fight over a long period. Did you think it was going to escape you?
Yeah, a a lot of, yeah. I spoke only with my promotion, Tom Buffer, you know. I remember stars with Golden Boy team like 2 years ago. You know, this is business. This is boxing business. Right now, I think it's best time for us, you know, for business, for fans, for people, for everybody. You know, I believe. Yeah, last year maybe I lost interest, and after last fight, Canelo with Chavez Jr., I believe it's possible because right now time for us is amazing. Everybody wants. I think everybody wants this fight. Thank you.
I have a question for Oscar first and then Tom. This is a fight that the boxing community has been begging for a long time. How do you both feel now the fight has been made, and do you feel like the fight has been made at the right time?
I think this fight was made at a perfect time. Boxing right now is at the all-time high. I do have to mention, for instance, Anthony Joshua, for instance, who is a fighter who can bring the heavyweight division back to its glory days. We've had fights with Cal Brook, for instance, this year. This fight here is the icing on the cake. I believe this fight here, it couldn't have come at a better time. I believe that when I say this, that Canelo and Golovkin will deliver one of the best fights, one of the best middleweight fights in the history of the sport. I truly believe that because of their styles, because of what they possess as athletes. Couldn't have come at a better time. This fight here, we didn't wait too long. It's not too early. It's at a perfect moment.
And the same question for Tom.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Oscar. I mean, naturally, Gennady, as a fighter, as a champion, wanted to have the fight as soon as possible. But 2017 has really turned out to be a banner year for boxing, and this is the fight that really highlights 2017. This is the most anticipated fight in the sport of boxing, the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, and when you have two great champions like Canelo and Triple G and their fan bases and the excitement they bring into the ring, it just makes it a bigger event. And it's bigger than the two fighters. The event has just become taken on a life of its own.
And just finally, I have a question for Eddie Reynoso. As a trainer, not to give your game plan away, but what do you see in Gennady Golovkin that you feel that Canelo can exploit in this fight?
No, pues es un peleador fuerte que va hacia adelante, un peleador que es fácil de acoplarse a cualquier estilo porque es franco, va hacia adelante, entonces hay muchas cosas por las cuales le podamos llegar. Saúl tiene muchas cualidades y se va a prestar mucho al estilo de Saúl.
You know, he's a very strong fighter. He's aggressive. He comes forward. So one of the advantages that we have is that we don't have to go looking for him. He's going to come right to us. So there's many ways to combat that, and Saúl has many abilities to be able to combat that style.
Gennady, Rodolfo Vargas from TV Azteca, Mexico. Is the most difficult fight, this Canelo fight in your career?
Absolutely, yeah. It's my very difficult fight. I believe Canelo is ready 100% because this is a big gift to people, to boxing fans. You know, absolutely. I know him. He's best.
Okay, and which is the key for the victory?
So many points, you know. I have plan. My coach Abel Sanchez bring plan, you know, new idea. I believe Canelo's team has plan too, you know, for victory. You know, please watch fight September 16. It's small secret.
Okay, thank you, Gennady. Saúl, platicábamos acerca de lo que representa para ti estar en Londres, Inglaterra. Aquí se establecieron las reglas del boxeo. ¿Qué te emociona, qué te provoca estar aquí en Londres para promover esta pelea?
Saúl, deja traducir. The question is, can you talk a little bit more about your emotions about being here in London? You know, basically the birthplace of boxing. How does it feel to be here?
No, me siento muy contento. Aquí hay una gran afición por el boxeo. Me siento muy contento de estar aquí. Años atrás hemos dicho que queremos venir a pelear acá y ojalá algún día tenga la oportunidad y el honor de estar por acá peleando, y me siento muy contento y agradecidos con todos por el apoyo.
I'm very happy. I'm very excited to be here. I've said it before. Every time I come out to the UK, they treat me very well, and I feel very good about that. I would love to fight here one day, and hopefully in the near future that can happen. But I would love to fight here, and the fans always treat me great.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chris Ray from thesportsman.com. First off, a quick question for Canelo. We've seen you fight a few different weights now. Win or lose against Gennady, do you plan to stay at middleweight or move up or down again?
No, yo creo que mi peso perfecto ahorita es el peso medio, y ahí es donde haré mi carrera de aquí para adelante.
No, I feel very good at middleweight. I think I'm going to stay at middleweight. I feel very good, and going forward, I'll be fighting as a middleweight.
Thank you very much. Same to Gennady, win or lose. We've seen you dominate the middleweight division really for a long time now. Win or lose against Canelo, do you plan to move up at all at any stage?
It's a very interesting question. I can't talk before a fight. If I win and if I lose, this is life. This is life. I'm not too big. I don't have a lot of muscles. I feel very comfortable. Before fight, 30 days before fight, my weight 164, 163, 165. Every time last 3 years, last 4 years. I feel very comfortable. And Saul, he looks very, very strong, very, very good in middleweight division. This is second question. This is before fight. I don't know. I don't have idea. My weight 160 right now. Saul's weight 160. This is great for sport. Thank you.
Can I just ask, this goes to Canelo, what was the reason of giving the WBC title to this fellow over on the right?
No, bueno, por cuestiones del organismo. El organismo quería hacer los porcentajes, poner los porcentajes, quería meterse en la negociación, cuando quería poner días para hacer la pelea, cuando estaba muy difícil de hacer esta pelea por las negociaciones, y en ese momento nosotros teníamos una demanda en Miami y estábamos más preocupados por eso que por
I'll
eso.
translate that, I'll shit yourself. And
You want me to translate that?
no, I already know what he said. Yeah, go on, carry on. Translate that, please.
Okay, no, so he said basically that there's a lot of conditions put by the WBC. They gave us a time frame. They started putting all these conditions on the purse split and the percentages, and I just didn't agree with them. And one of the main factors was that we had a court case in Miami, and while we were at the court case, they wanted us to negotiate within 15 days. And it wasn't beneficial for us, so we decided just to vacate the title.
And will the winner entertain me for the WBO 160 pound Golovkin? Because I was supposed to fight you, but talks broke down with me and your team.
Joe, I can answer that for sure.
Yeah, I know you like talk too much. You boxing, you're not promotion. Please, if you want to talk with my promotion, please tell your promotion.
Yes, well, I'm very, very interested in that fight. Love the fight. My bit was signed to fight you, but for some reason we lost your pen. So hopefully, if Canelo fights you, and I think that Canelo will beat you, I'm open to fight you, or hopefully Canelo in America. So, but good luck to both men, and have a good fight.
Thank you.
Question for Golovkin. Over here, Golovkin.
Yes.
You've been hit by some big guys. You've obviously sparred with Canelo, but it was a long time ago. Do you feel, and his trainer Eddie Reynoso did say they're going into this fight looking for the knockout, do you feel that he has enough power to trouble you at all?
You know, every fighter is different. Every fight different. Everybody has chance. This is boxing. This is not dancing. This is not game. This is fight. You know, everybody has chance. I think yes, everybody. Who beat me like 100%. I'm a regular guy. I'm not Superman. I'm not, you know. Everybody has chance.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Thank you.
Guys, this is Palm from Pro Box Respect TKO. First for Gennady. Gennady, what do you think Canelo's strongest asset is? And then same question for Canelo, please.
Everything. Everything. Power, speed, timing, distance, boxing IQ, everything. He has good team, you know, good promotion, good team, you know, very healthy life. You know, he looks good. He's tough.
Sorry, Canelo, same question to you as well.
Golovkin es un peleador que tiene mucha experiencia, ¿no? Tiene muchas peleas amateur, tiene ya 30 y tantas peleas en profesional y es un peleador fuerte que aguanta, que pega, entonces creo que hay que cuidarse de todo, ¿no? Hay que hacer una buena preparación como siempre y cuidarnos de todo como siempre con todos los peleadores.
He's got a lot of experience, extensive amateur career, now as a pro as well. He's a fighter with a lot of experience, and he's also very strong. You know, he's a big puncher. He can take a punch as well. So I have to be careful with everything when facing him. So you know, he's just very good all around.
Canelo, you're a proud Mexican, and GGG, you say you fight with the Mexican style. So this is basically going to look like a Mexican clash in terms of styles. Is there going to be a knockout, and if so, what round? That's to both fighters.
Bueno, es un alto, muy alta probabilidad de que haya knockout por la pegada de los dos. Y bueno, él tiene un entrenador mexicano, ¿no? Y dice que pelea como mexicano. Creo que si es así, el 16 de septiembre van a ver una pelea de estilo mexicano que como te digo, hay mucha probabilidad que haya knockout.
There's a lot of probability that there'll be a knockout because we both can punch and high knockout range. So I'm Mexican and he has a trainer that's Mexican that's taught him. And if that's the case, then you guys are in for a great fight, September 16th. So yeah, you know, there's a high probability that there'll be a knockout.
The same for me? Oh. You know, I think I have experience. It's world experience, American experience, Soviet Union experience, Kazakh experience, UK experience, you know. Mexican style, yeah, my trainer, he's from Mexico. Mexican style, this is like a bonus, like an extra. Canelo, he's original from Mexico, you know. He has the same team, he's Mexican. He had a lot of experience from different boxers. This Mexican style, this is bonus, this is big gift for people, you know, like an extra. You know, boxing is boxing. If you have Mexican experience, this is different, like a first class, like a true warrior, true fight. Not dancing, you know, not show, just fight, this is experience, bonus to fight. Thank you.
One more question, last one.
And you are allowed to smile.
All right, well, thank you very much for being here. We will now pose the fighters for pictures. Thank you very much.